You have to resist the urge to close yourself off. And I know that is incredibly difficult to do and probably is kind of uncomfortable to hear. But when it comes to anything you want in life or just to experience life to the fullest, you have to remain open. And I know that's very difficult because you might have had experiences in the past that made you feel like you had to close off to protect yourself, and that is fair. Or you might be scared of being vulnerable and taken advantage of or hurt or whatever. And I get that, and it's completely understandable. But also, most of the things that are enjoyable and expansive in life require you to remain open. You have to open yourself up to them and risk all of the things that you fear happening. Of course, always be mindful of moments when you notice, like, okay, maybe this is a little bit too much danger here. Maybe I need to close off a little bit or pivot or realign or whatever. But there are sometimes instances where there's discomfort and there's fear, but it's on the other side of that that you get to experience the kind of life you really want, or to expand into yourself in the ways that you might have been holding yourself back from out of fear and discomfort. And it's particularly in moments where it feels the most vulnerable that you have to remain open. In those moments when all your body, your ego is telling you to close, that's exactly when you have to open yourself up. It's those situations that will help you grow and expand and experience the intricacies and nuances of your life and of yourself. And when you do that, you realize that you are actually way more capable of handling certain things and experiences than you thought you were. They're not as scary, or you're not as weak as you thought you were. And you also realize that being vulnerable is kind of fun and enjoyable, and yeah, it's scary, but it's also a part of the human experience that you don't want to close yourself off from. You want to feel vulnerable because that is how connection is formed. And especially when it comes to romantic relationships, I think a lot of the narratives surrounding it right now are to remain closed or to realign when something doesn't go the way you want it to. And it's all, I think, a lot of ego games and prevents people from actually connecting in an authentic way. And I get it. You want to respect yourself. You want to stay somewhat in control of your faculties. But you can't be fully in control. You do have to kind of let yourself be taken. That's the point of connection. And I get it. You want to remain safe. You want to make sure that your well-being is cared for. But also part of the fun and enjoyment of any sort of romantic connection is the fact that you are open and you are risking certain things and you are being taken and you feel scared and weak and vulnerable and you meet someone and you connect with that vulnerability. That's the point of it. So I'm here to encourage you to remain open as much as you can when necessary. Challenge yourself to do it, especially in moments when it feels like the hardest thing to do. It feels like the most vulnerable, your ego is freaking out. That's exactly when you should try your best to remain open.